With those lines stretching for hours, lawmakers are huddling in Washington to see if they can finally hash out some agreement to fund the Department of Homeland Security, what would end the partial government shutdown. Well, there are some signs of progress. Still plenty of sticking points remain. NBC's Julie Tsirkin on the ground traveling with the president in West Palm Beach today. Julie, good morning.
Peter, good morning to you. Lawmakers are actually working this weekend on Capitol Hill, but here's the catch. They're not voting to reopen the Department of Homeland Security, which is, as you just heard, has been shut down for 36 days. Instead, they're taking up a voter ID bill that has been a priority for President Trump for some time. Now, in the meantime, a bipartisan group held back-to-back meetings with White House border czar Tom Homan, trying to come together on a deal. Remember, Democrats triggered this shutdown, demanding changes to immigration enforcement after ICE operations left 2 American citizens dead. Now, since then, Peter, there have been some shifts. Trump and his team have taken a softer approach. The president firing Kristi Noem as DHS secretary, trying to replace her with Senator Markwayne Mullin, who could be confirmed as early as next week. Now, Peter, the White House has also agreed to several Democratic demands, body cameras, for example, on agents, limiting enforcement near schools and hospitals, congressional oversight of detention centers, and a commitment not to detain or deport citizens. Now, there are still sticking points, as you teased to, like face coverings on agents and ending warrantless arrests, which so far, I'm told, the White House is resisting doing. Now, while Democrats have tried to fund pieces of the agency, like paying TSA workers, Republicans say it's all of DHS or nothing. There are more talks expected potentially ahead this weekend as those lines continue to grow at airports around the country and worries increase about possible attacks here at home. Peter?
Yeah, Americans well past growing antsy on all of this right now. Julie, I want to talk about the conflict, of course, in Iran right now. We're going to get to Raf Sanchez in Beirut in just a moment. NBC News, though, this morning reporting that the Pentagon has presented President Trump with a series of options for going forward that include potentially sending ground troops into Iran. What more have we learned?
Yeah, that's right. Several weeks into the war, Peter, the president is now weighing whether to put boots on the ground in Iran. That's according, as you said, to new reporting from NBC News. Now, there are multiple options under discussion, according to 5 sources, including using troops to free up that key passage in the Strait of Hormuz for energy and oil and gas, or even potentially to retrieve Iran's enriched uranium. Deploying American soldiers inside Iran is a dangerous move, both practically and politically, for the president. But it could also speed up an end to the war, Peter. When pressed by reporters, President Trump hasn't ruled out the idea, but this week said if he were to do it, he wouldn't share it with us. Peter?
Julie Tsirkin with all the new reporting this morning. Julie, thank you.
Hey, thanks for watching. And don't forget, you can catch the Today Show every morning on NBC or take Today when you're on the go. Just follow the Today podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen.